Mr. Beamer from Living Loving Paleo, along with my wonderful husband.
Mike, she called me wonderful.
Yes, it's a good day.
Well, what are we doing today? We are doing a video about
creating a positive mindset, because you know, it's our biggest passion. Share our lessons with you.
Well, the thing about mindset is it can and will change your life. It doesn't take a couple of days, doesn't take a week, doesn't take a month. It is absolutely instantaneous as soon as you decide to change your mind. It's all about you, perspective, and how you choose to view things. So what we wanted to do, and our main intention, is to share some information that has helped us. We're not saying that you have to live like this or you have to look at certain things like we do. It's just our goal and hope that by sharing the way that we look at certain things, that perhaps it'll get you to think outside of the box or look at something within your life perhaps with a different perspective. Now, this video is not in any way meant to be a sad post. This is meant to be a very empowering post. We're coming from a very strong position of love, and we're going to get pretty personal with this because this is something that just happened within our lives. So we just want to share with how we looked at this situation and what we did. So do you want to tell them what it's basically about?
Absolutely. So this video is all about the recent loss of our incredibly wonderful, sweetest dog in the world.
Best dog ever.
Doberman,
Ever.
Tyson.
Outtake.
And really the lessons that we learned through his life.
Well, Tyson, from day one, I'll tell you what, that dog, we got him shortly before one of Kristen's major surgeries, and from day one, he was always by her, and he was a healer dog, and there was so many times where Kristen was confined to a bed, confined to a couch, and where would Tyson be? Right next to her. He truly taught us so much about life and about love. And I always say it, dogs are masters of unconditional love, and that is exactly what he taught us. Seeing his face always lit up my day, and I'm just grateful for the experience. Obviously, losing an animal is never easy. You know, we all view our animals differently, some more than others. There is no right way, but for us, our animals are our children. So losing him was a pretty tough thing. But rather, like I said, this isn't a sad post. When I think of Tyson now, he really makes me smile. Obviously, I miss him, but I'm not gonna go around my day and be depressed, because I know if he could communicate with me, especially through words, he would say, "Don't be sad. I love you. I want you to be happy when you think of me." Because after all, that's what he taught me. So that has actually a lot to do with this video, and this mindset video in particular, because what happened is, once we kind of found out that he had bone cancer, it's like we knew from that point forward that we were going to lose him, you know? And so what do you do and how do you act? Do you go about your day being miserable or being depressed and focusing on that? Well, I mean, I say no. What we chose to do was to basically make every day with him best day ever. We looked at every day with him as potentially being our last day together. So rather than being upset, we celebrated every day, and for that I'm grateful. And we had him for several months, and although he is gone, he will always be home in spirit. And I will never, ever forget that dog. Best dog ever.
So when we first learned of Tyson's condition, when he had bone cancer over the summer, we both came together. We, allowed ourselves to feel the feelings, whatever it was that we were feeling. But we also decided together that we were gonna pick ourselves back up and just go with life and celebrate Tyson's life, because he was the happiest, most loving dog there is. Everyone who ever came across him instantly loved him, and he instantly loved them as well. He was just an amazing dog, and we felt that we wanted to honor his life. So we got him to the beach as often as we could. We took him out on hikes. And even, you know, towards the end of his life when he wasn't doing so well and wasn't able to get up as much, we would play happy music for him and just create a really positive atmosphere. And it doesn't mean that, you know, we didn't at times feel sad or that losing him wasn't incredibly hard, but we were able to find the joy in a really, really tough situation and recognize that death is a part of life. It's something every single one of us is gonna face at some point. So instead of denying it and thinking, you know, everything's gonna be okay, Tyson will be here forever, recognizing that, man, we had almost 10 amazing years with this dog.
Amazing.
And he left such a print on my heart. I feel him still with me, his love, his energy. And I feel like that has a lot to do with, you know, how we handled his loss and just loving him as much as we could.
I'd like to give you an example of how my mindset has changed over the last several years. So for those of you listening, if you've ever had dog, cat, animal, whatever, and you have carpet, chances are that at one point in their life, maybe they could have had an accident. If not, whatever you did, let me know the secret. But sometimes animals get sick and they may have an accident in the house. So probably about a month ago, probably about 2-3 weeks before we lost Tyson, he had basically pooped on the carpet. It's diarrhea, it's pretty bad. And if anyone's cleaned that up from carpet, it's interesting. It isn't easy, it can be challenging. And it's easy in that situation to get frustrated. And in the past, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm a different man than I used to be, but several years ago when that would happen, I'd be like, oh my gosh, come on, no. And I would get a little bit frustrated. I'd never take it out on the dog or anything. I'd just get quiet, be like, oh, why does this have to happen? And then after I'd clean it, it'd generally be good. But, so, this was different because it was the first time where I was cleaning it up, and let me tell you, it was a good one. And it took me probably about half an hour to clean this up out of the carpet, okay? But the entire time I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be cleaning this up, as weird as that sounds, because that meant that Tyson was still here, okay? So all that changed was my mindset towards looking at that situation, okay? That doesn't mean I'm like having fun, like, yeah, I can't wait for this to happen again. It's not about that. It's just about for looking at things with a new set of eyes, looking at things through a different perspective, and rather than getting frustrated and getting angry, like I can't believe this happened to me, life is hard, life is horrible, nah, 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 nah. No. Instead, it's, you know what? Yeah, whatever, maybe this sucks, but it's not gonna let me, you know, it's not gonna get me down. Because as I'm scrubbing, it's like, I'm thinking to myself, I can't wait to get down and kiss him on the head. So, that was the first time that I ever scrubbed diarrhea off a carpet, thinking to myself, you know what? I'm grateful for this. And all it was a simple mind shift. And I had him here, and if today I had to clean more up to see his smiling face, I'd be doing it happily. So it really is about perspective, okay? When we talk about being positive, by no means are we trying to put it out there like, just focus on the positive. Don't focus on the negative. It'll never happen if you don't focus on it. No, I'm not saying that, but here's the deal. It's okay to be aware. It's okay to know of potential problems that could happen. But what I'm saying is don't attach emotion to it, right? So let's say 2 months ago, could Tyson have died? Like, if I was worried about it like the next day, the next week, yeah, he could have. But I can know that and be aware of that without attaching emotion to it, stressing myself out, getting angry, getting upset, and then that just basically radiates into everything I do. That's how life works. When you're able to be aware, present, calm, in your own body, focused, I feel like, at least in my life, you can attack challenges much, much easier in a much more calm and balanced way, and then you don't have all this negativity, stress, anger, throwing these filters over your judgment so you make poor decisions. Have you guys ever noticed when people get pissed off, they may say things they don't want to say, do things they don't want to do, and a week later they're like, oh yeah, my bad, you know, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should have put that out on social media. But what happens is we get stressed out and then we react. That's why we've said in the past it's all about responding, not reacting, because I believe with responding, you're formulating whatever it is you want to say and you have intention and you're putting that out there, as opposed to some random person, just as an example, walking down the street, or let's say they cut you off and immediately like, hey, and then you give them the finger. It's like, that's a reaction. But if you step back for a second after that person cuts you off and you think to yourself, well, have I ever cut someone off accidentally? I know I have.
Right,
you know, so
here.
who's to say that they did or did not do that accidentally? Whether it's an old woman, whether it's a 16-year-old boy, you don't know. You don't know. So why get upset over that? There's no point, right? There's no point. So when you're calm, balanced, present, I feel like challenges, in reality, aren't really challenges anymore. They're just these little tiny obstacles. You're just getting through life. And as you improve things, such as with your mindset, difficult challenges no longer are difficult for you, because the tools that you have to use to get through that challenge are so much greater than the ones that you used to have in the past.
Absolutely.
How's that?
That was gold right there. I hope you all soaked that up.
These things come to me, and you know, we knew we wanted to do a video about mindset, and we wanted to talk about something real and something raw. And like I said, our kids are our babies, and
You know, dogs are babies.
well, I'm sorry. When I say kids, we're referring to dogs. My bad.
Our dogs are our kids.
Our dogs are our babies, right? And they mean everything to us. They're very special. So for us to put ourselves out there and just really be raw and show you this is how we look at things, I mean, that's all we can do. You know, I'm not trying to preach something that I don't practice by any means. I just want to share my belief and how we attack things, and it's helped me, and maybe it'll help one of you. That's my hope.
It has changed our lives completely. We were not always this way. It's taken a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Practice is key.
Right.
Just doing it, not making excuses. Yeah, truly recognizing how you're feeling and then finding the good in any situation. That's the belief we both got by.
Practice, practice, practice. The
Practice,
mind
practice.
is a muscle, okay? You don't go into the gym, work out once, and suddenly you're like the strongest man in the world. It's the same thing with your mind, okay? It's the same thing with changing your perspective, changing the way you look at things. You don't just do it once, you're like, I'm good to go. No. It takes time. It can be challenging. It was not a flip of the switch for myself. That's not to say that it can't happen for other people. I'm just saying in my experience, it wasn't that. So as you change your mindset, if that's something that you choose to do or try, take it easy on yourself, because there will be times when you slip. There will be times when you get pulled back into that fear, into that anxiety. And I'm telling you what, it's okay. Because step one is becoming aware of the problem. And if you're aware of the problem, that is huge. So be easy on yourself more than anything. I'd say take it easy on yourself. And we're back. The camera shut off on us again. And I'll tell you what, it loves doing that. What perfect of an example for Mindset Monday. Come on, camera. Get your stuff together.
Have a sip.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We just wanted to look like, I mean, you know, you have these talk show hosts, right? And they always look like so, oh my gosh.
It's professional.
I've got to drink my fake coffee because it's just what people do, like on the news. Oh, and by the way, the mug doesn't even have anything in it. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, finishing up, anything else you want to say regarding our sweet boy and and how you chose to look into this situation?
Absolutely. I will say that, as Mike mentioned, you know, we're by no means saying that it's positive all the time. We're all about practicing our mindset, and it doesn't mean that we're perfect. I don't believe perfect even exists.
No.
We did not, at least I can speak for myself, did not make myself feel bad or feel that I was doing something wrong if I was sad or upset, because those feelings are completely natural. And I think denying those feelings only actually makes things worse. It was all about just finding the light in a really dark situation.
It's there.
And that's what we did. There is always good to be found. When you can find it, I believe that's when your life improves and life becomes easier.
It's always there. Always look for the good in the situation. There will be situations that arise within your life. You're like, there's absolutely nothing good about this. Okay? I believe that life is full of lessons, and perhaps you may not be able to see it at the time. Perhaps you may be able to look back in some time and see whatever it is that you could have learned from that situation, or maybe even what you could have even done differently to see that situation through a different perspective, so it didn't kill you internally, emotionally, mentally. Because a lot of these things, especially when we're talking about death or loss of anything, it just matters what's important to you. It's a hard thing. Loss is a very hard thing within this life, and it's something a lot of people struggle with. So our main goal was just to spread some love to you guys, share something that we have gone through recently. And like I said, this is not a disempowering video. This is a very empowering video. And whenever I think of that sweet boy Tyson, my heart lights up. And
same here.
And I smile. So it's great. It's okay. It's okay. I'll see you soon, buddy. For sure.
Absolutely.
Well,
to end with that quote we saw the other day, I think it was, when it rains, look for the rainbows.
They're there.
Always.
We love you guys. Hope you're having a great day.
Thank you again for watching.
Mindset Monday. We are out. Peace, everybody. Ho, ho.
It's Kristen from Living Loving Paleo, along with my wonderful husband,
Mike. Thank God you called me wonderful. Is that not good?